Aaron, how would you describe that emotional roller coaster to stay alive there?
Yeah, obviously awesome. Just the continue to keep your nose down and compete when it's not looking great, and just a lot of really good quality at bats to work our way back into it. Thought some important plays in the field, and the bullpen just piecing it together so well. Without I think without really overtaxing anyone too, which obviously is big going into another game tomorrow.
Perhaps no swing bigger than Aaron Judge's today in that fourth inning. Off the bat, what are you thinking? You see that ball go towards the left field, but you thinking that's staying fair?
I did, because it held right away, and so I have such a good angle from where I sit on fair foul down the left field line. So I was kind of giving it some body language, but I felt like it was going to hold. And the wind most of the night, you saw on the Barger pop fly, the ball was carrying the left, and that at bat, when I looked up, the flag was dead. So probably keeping it from maybe blowing it foul or even deeper, but just a really good swing to keep himself tight to that ball, to be able to not spin off and just hook it and to keep it fair.
Still there, Bruce.
You were confident in your team before the game, but when you're down 6-1, what are you thinking? Does it change your mindset where you're?
No, it's competition. You just playoff baseball too. Anything can happen, and you just gotta keep grinding away, and to get two back, in that, what was it, the third, to 6-3 there. It's like, okay, settled back into it a little bit, and obviously Judgy hits the big homer and we're able to tack on. But just an awesome team win. So many guys playing an important role in some way, shape, or form. Makes it a lot of fun.
You got 3 wins in elimination games now. Can you comment on that?
We need another one tomorrow. So we'll enjoy this for about 10 minutes and get ready for tomorrow.
How far on your left there, Chris? With how far in that ball was on Jody's hands, 100 miles an hour, were you at all shocked with his ability to get his hands in and call it as far as he did?
No, I mean, it's an amazing swing. It shades of Edgar Martinez right there, taking that high and tight one and keeping it fair down the line. Manny Ramirez used to do that really well too. But just a great swing on a pretty nasty pitch, obviously.
Your right hand, Hitty?
First, is his Caballero okay?
Yeah.
Was that?
It's his finger that, he's kind of really the whole second half is kind of every now and then on a swing, it kind of acts up on.
And when they're going to throw a bullpen game tomorrow and not telling him what their plans are until the morning, how does that impact your ability to game plan? Or knowing it's a bullpen game, you just maybe tend to drift towards your best lineup, right, to worry about matchups that you don't know about?
No, probably lean towards a little more true balance in the order, knowing, try and make some tough decisions throughout.
Good to let Ian the Joe.
Now the Judge has added a very dramatic home run to base hits this postseason, do you think this entire experience is having a liberating impact on him and might bode well going forward?
I mean, honestly, I you guys ask me all the time about how he handles it all so well. So he'll be, it's like on to the next one now and be ready to go. But I mean, obviously, I'm happy for him in that he had such an amazing, game, really, and you consider the defense as well. Just an awesome MVP-like performance. But, regardless, I don't worry about Aaron and his, state, even understanding all the outside rules.
Two things about one is how many people you think who've played could turn 100 couple of inches off the plate and keep it fair 420 feet away?
Yeah. Well, I named 2 maybe.
Yeah.
In Edgar and Manny. Those are 2 that stand out. Those right-handed hitters that took that ball kind of at them in and able to hammer it fair, to the pull side. So just a great swing in that spot against obviously Varland, who's obviously been a huge weapon for them down the stretch, and we saw in Toronto.
And the other thing is just I almost don't want to lose the complete game. He had an RBI double. He stayed in a rundown long enough to get Bellinger third base to score a sacrifice fly. He made a sprawling catch to save a run. He scared the heck out of them and got intentionally walked and scored a run.
Yeah.
I just wonder what you think about the full Aaron Judge experience.
Yeah, I mean it was best player in the game type performance. It was special. When obviously needless to say we're taxed against the wall and then some in a Game 3 situation.
Fourth running back.
Aaron, can you expand upon the performance of the bullpen tonight and also how it's come together over the last month after some struggles earlier?
Yeah, they were awesome. And again, I don't think any of them, hopefully not overly taxed too with the game tomorrow, but Cruz coming in and kind of settling things, Camilo continuing to really throw the ball incredibly well. Tim Hill coming in and getting that final out and then going back out, knowing he's got a stick-face Springer. But then we added to the lead a little bit. So the fact that he was able to get two guys out there and then that kept him in play to face Schneider. And, the add-on run that we had and him getting the first two outs of that inning was really big because then you could afford to, Schneider puts a pretty good swing on it but flies out to left. And then that allowed us to shorten things with Devin and Buss finishing the last three innings, in a shared situation. So really good job by all the Penn guys and doing it efficiently too.
For your left, Gary.
Was following up on that. How big was what Devin did tonight? And was him going more than one inning or another up something you guys talked about previously? He hadn't done it here.
Yeah, I don't think he's done it in a couple of years, but obviously this is the time when you're going to need it every now and then. So he was efficient, in his inning in the seventh there. So I knew for sure I wanted him to go out and face Clement. And then if he was efficient, Wellesley and I kind of talked about giving him Santander too, and then the fact that Clement gets another hit. But he's able to really make a couple of really good pitches to get the strike out of Santander, which was big. That short did a little bit for Bednar, and Bednar getting two quick outs there in the eighth. I think he threw 5 pitches to get out of it. Set him up pretty well for the ninth.
The couple last ones, Gene and third order, right?
What is it about Aaron that makes him such a contagious figure for his teammates? It just almost seems like they go as he goes. What do we think that characteristic is about?
Who he is day in and day out, how he treats you, how he leads this group. He's the real deal, and as beloved a player as I've ever been around by his teammates. They all admire him, look up to him, respect him, want his approval. And that's just a credit to who Aaron is and how he goes about things.
Finish up the old second row.
Can you two things? Can you talk about Jazz's home run, the go-ahead run?
Yeah, it was big. What inning was that? Now was that the 8th round, or that was the 7th round? I'm sorry. Jeez. Yeah, it was big. Again, Varland too. That's putting a really good swing on a heater there. That's what Jazz is capable of. He changes the game in a lot of different ways. I thought he did a good job in the 8th there of not trying to do too much too with a play. Taking the out, where outs were precious there. So, obviously a big swing for Jazz.
How impressive was Judge's running catches in the 5th and 6th?
Yeah, I mean, great. I mean, the diving catch was great. A perfect jump on it. Right when we got back in. Now here they go. Looks like they're going to lead off with base runners, and he shut it down right away. So just pretty incredible night for the Cap.
All right, Aaron. Thanks so much for sleeping around.